Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and today I'm doing the Show Me Your Covers tag by Rachel, who did it, I think, 2 weeks ago? I'm behind on life. Anyway, some of my favorite covers are, that's a horrible sound, I hope you can't hear that. There's constant construction and demolition and more construction, and none of them are affordable housing. Go figure. Anyway, oh, that is really horrifying. Okay, if it's too... It sounds like a dying whale. Wow. It wasn't doing that until I hit record. Well, it was occasionally, but not that much. Wow. I wonder if there's like any bagpiper handy who could drown it out. Anyway, some of the covers I really like are a variety of penguin covers because they do have a lock on the cover situation. One of them is Ulysses. I really like it. Oh, there, it stopped. That's nice. I wasn't sure if it was going to go on for days. I have to finish this book. One of these days, possibly even this month, I will finish it. It doesn't look like I'll finish it this month, but that's because I was listening to podcasts and stuff about it before going back and then rereading. Anyway, I'll get to it. And also the cover is very pretty. And in the penguin, which now I am not a aficionado of the different series of penguin classics. They're just, I don't know, penguin classics. Anyway, this is a penguin classic. Here are two Virginia Woolf ones. If I had any of Vanessa Bell's covers, I would show those, but I don't. I have a bag that has some of her cover art on it, but anyway. I like covers that have this sort of, that use either photos or paintings that aren't necessarily made, like it's fun if they're designed for the cover too. But if they're not, but they fit really well, then I really like that. What does this say about the photo? Anything? Jake Radges? Not sure how to say his name. And this is a painting called Children at the Seaside by Frank Gascoigne Heath, which is in a gallery in West Yorkshire, apparently, but it's very nice. I like it. This is another older Penguin Classics. This is a detail from Oiseau by Odilon Redon. Put that aside because I gotta look up more of their work. I saw something of theirs the other day and it was intriguing, so now I have to go do some Googling. And then I like, oh, this doesn't really have, I don't know who designed these, or the black ones. I have some of those tiny little black ones that I didn't pull out. Excellent. Also excellent, these ones, which are the same but more extravagant. Cover illustration by Eric Nyquist. Designed and art direction by Paul Buckley. I don't know who either of those people are, but I like their work. This is a chalk drawing of Charlotte Bronte by George Richmond, which I quite like. It's my favorite of the Bronte covers that I've got. Oh, and I included this one because it's not a Penguin Classic. It doesn't actually have a cover, it has a half-ripped cover. I included it as a special mention because of all the books that have covers I hate, Lolita is definitely ranked number one. I don't know who designs covers for this book, but they're really bad at it. Really bad at it. Hate them. I love the book. I don't think it's a romance. I think anybody who thinks it's a romance hasn't matured past junior high. It's narrated from the point of view of a pedophile. So it's not cheerful reading, but it's an incredible book. But the covers are so bad. Like, honestly, if you just Google Lolita book covers, you will instantly regret it. Okay, this one I like. It's very simple, but it's just got a braid of sweetgrass. Sometimes that's all you need. This one is not quite so simple. I think it's her husband who does these drawings, because I think he does the ones inside the book, so I assume he does the ones on the cover. Let me see if it says anything. Sometimes they put this information in a really easy to find spot, and sometimes They just don't. All photos taken by Claude Mahmoud. Illustrations, Richard G. Hatton, Dover Publications. I don't know who that is. I thought it was her husband or somebody she knew who did some, but maybe that was in a different book. Anyway, I like it. Oh yeah, there are a couple of poetry books here I like. It's really simple, but really beautiful. And this one is a little more complicated, but also really good. And suits the book. Sometimes you get a cover and you're like, that matches the book. Not at all. And sometimes the covers are just trendy, like revisions of other best-selling covers just to sell them. This I love. Is this an illustration by Tolkien? Yeah, it is. So he did some of the original illustration. I like that. Alan Lee? Is that his name? His illustrations too. But I like Tolkien's as well. This book is, I don't know what company. Vivlia? He's a South African author who's worked in Lesotho. This I think is by his son. I think it's his son. But it's a painting that I don't know if it was illustrated for the book or if it was a painting that he'd done that they liked and used it for the book. I have no idea. But I like it. You know, here's another book with a detail. Illustration by Miles Hyman. Doesn't say from what. Nope. That doesn't help. I don't know. Basically, it's the French version of the Penguin Classics, which is these folio books. I like them. This one is 100 Years of Solitude, and I really like, it's a Harper one, but I really like just the, down at the bottom, this design. And it goes around the side, and that, it's very pretty. And then the rest of the cover is fairly simple, really well designed though, I think. But it really makes this stand out. And then I like this one too. I like it looks like it would be hard to read, but I don't find it hard to read because the background is maybe so contrasty. I don't know. I'm not a graphic designer. I just really like this design. And this one too. This is a Tibetan Canadian author. And it's just, I don't know if it's collage or digital. Who did this one? Cover design, Jennifer Griffiths. Cover images, West End 61. Something about a Buddhist priest's robe. Apron detail. So different collections of photographs of Tibetan textiles, which is very cool. Oh, did these say who did them? Hang on. Illustration Hilary Simon. I don't know who that is, but I like it. Okay, so those are the books I've read. These are a few books I haven't read, but I like the covers. This is Anne Carson, which it looks like figures and fire and cave drawings, but children's drawings or something in the background. I don't know. It's very intriguing. It looks like something that one of the early psychoanalysts would have had a field day with. It's called Volcano Talk, and it's painted by the author. So that's fun. I like this one too. This is Edwidge Danticat. She's a Haitian author. I've read a couple of her novels. I haven't read this book yet though, but I like the drawings that form there's sort of the background because they go through to the bottom as well, and then it's the same on the back. Pascal Monin. From what I gather, it seems like it's probably a Haitian artist, which is cool. This one, the title is not cheerful. It's Suicide in the Gothic. This is I don't know, reads Asylum to me and Fire. So super cheerful. It's called Black Leaves by Margaret Cahill. It may just read that way to me because it's on the cover of a book called Suicide in the Gothic. If it was in a different context, it may be totally different. But actually, I'm gonna look her up too, Margaret Cahill. Cool. This is a book by Vandana Shiva. This I tried to look up who did the art, but I couldn't. I don't think I could find anything. It's printed in Malaysia. That doesn't help narrow it down very much though, but it's kind of a cool image. This is all like morbid kitsch. Is there such a thing? If there was such a thing, it would be this. It's all the cliches in one image, but I kind of love it, so roll with it. Oh, this one's fun too. This is Feral and Hysterical by Mother Horror. What's her actual name? Sadie Hartman. She has a really good Instagram page as well, where she recommends all manner of horror and horror adjacent books in different sort of genres from different areas of the world. It's very cool. Anyway, I also kind of like the design of this book. Like this is the table of contents. Somebody had fun with it, is all I'm saying. And then it's got pages like this. So yeah, the layout is pretty fun. And then it's recommendations, which I will have to read through at least parts of it before Gothlit November, because, hello. Does it say who did the cover image? It's dedicated to us, the global sisterhood and coven, the weaker, fairer, softer sex. Let them underestimate us. Our stories tell the truth. And it's got a crown with a centipede and some sort of beetle with teeth and ghosts. Oh, what kind of bug is that? I'm not an entomologist. I can't find where it's. Oh, cover and book design by Rosie Stewart. Illustrations by Maria Amaya. So yeah, this, very good. Big fan of that. I also like this one. This is To Be a Water Protector by Winona LaDuke. I have got to read one of her books one of these days. Honestly, it's like so far overdue, it's not even funny. She's an Anishinaabe woman who is an environmentalist, who's basically at the forefront of the both Indigenous rights and environmentalist movements in North America today, as far as I can tell, especially when it comes to protecting waterways and land sovereignty, things like that. That's my understanding anyway. Still haven't read her books, which is a travesty. Really should do something about that. Can't seem to find anything about the cover design, but I like it. This one I've also got in French, but it's got a very boring cover design. This is called Botany by Paul Sadier. It's huge in English. It's not nearly so huge in French. The cover design is by Aaron Davis. This is why it's huge in English. It doesn't need to be this big. They could have made a more manageable sized book. They did not. It is beautiful though. I may use them together someday if I'm feeling ambitious enough to learn the French names for some of these plants. But I've started like 5 different French books, and I've got to finish at least one of them at some point this year. It's getting a tiny bit out of hand. So anyway, that's some of my favorite covers. It's not an exhaustive list. They're just ones I went around my apartment and picked up ones I liked yesterday. So anyway, if you want to do this tag, I'll link the tag and Rachel's original video down below. It's good fun. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.